Okay. Okay, let me answer the call. Everybody talk to Lila while I straighten this out.
Call from
Mike.
Oh, Mike's calling in. All right,
to
here we go.
press 1.
Alrighty, Mike, you're on the air. Can you hear us?
Oh yeah, there you are. Yeah, I hung up on me earlier. Oops. I don't know, something did.
All right, so we got Mike on the line. And, Mike, do you got a good story for us?
Oh, I got a few.
Good.
As you guys were talking, I was remembering. I was sitting out on the back porch one night, and it was a real calm night. We had a fire in the fire pit, and the smoke was going literally straight up. So there was no wind whatsoever. And then we seen this light. And this is exactly what it looked like. You know those lanterns that you light like at 4th of July? You get lanterns, you light them, and they go up, I don't know, a couple hundred feet, and they start floating in the jet stream. Well, that's kind of what it looked like, but whenever you see those lanterns, they kind of flicker, right? Because of the light, the wind would blow the flame a little bit, so it would flicker. This thing didn't flicker at all. And it went and in a very straight line, didn't go up or down. And it just kept going and going and going, and it went all the way to the horizon. And there was no blinking, not like an airplane or anything like that. That was the only thing that I can remember that I could not explain.
There you go.
You know, it wasn't a drone. It wasn't an airplane because it wasn't blinking, and that wasn't a flight pattern. Most of the flight patterns here go east and west, and this was going from north, and it was going south. So it was, I don't know. I can't explain it. And the light, you know, like I said, past where the horizon was, and then I couldn't see where it went. But it was just it was floating very level like a lantern, but it wasn't flickering like a lantern.
It was like a solid. It was a solid.
It was solid. And like I said, the really weird thing is there was no wind that night. None. So I don't know how it was moving. You know, maybe up higher in the jet stream there's wind, but I still couldn't explain it.
We just have Lila joining in with us. Okay, I hope I got all the technical difficulties out of the way. So Lila's in. We've got Mike in. And Lila, can you hear us good? Oh, what happened?
I didn't hear.
Mike, you're still here.
Yeah.
All right. So that was your one experience.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. We got. Hopefully, she'll be back. What else
Mike,
you got for us, Mike?
Tell everybody about what you seen one night when you was
out
trucking.
in Arizona, my friends called me up and they said, "Mike, get over here right now. Somebody's screwing with the power." They said all the lights in the house went out all at the same time. And out there they got a big, I mean, I guess just like here, they got a big breaker out on the outside of the house. So, but then there's a seal on there from the power company, just like here. And so I went over there, rode my motorcycle, had all black on, and I kind of snuck up, walked around the house real quiet like, but all the lights were on when I got there. And so I checked everything out. The seal was still on that power switch. And so I called them up and said, "All right, I'm out here. Everything looks good. Come open the door." So I went in and they couldn't explain it, but all the lights went out. They looked outside. All the street lights and everybody else's lights were still on. So I'll go with that. I'll end it there. And then fast forward in time, I don't know, about a year and a half later, they moved to Pennsylvania. And so they asked me to go check on the house. And I went over to check on the house after a big storm. And there was a little bit of damage inside the garage where the ceiling had fallen in. And I was walking through the rest of the house, and I mean, just like you guys were talking earlier about that cold spot, Yeah, right in the middle of the hallway was a cold spot. Now, it's summertime in Arizona, and we all know it's a dry heat, haha. But it was like a really cold spot right in the middle of the hallway. And the air conditioner wasn't on, the heater wasn't on, nothing. And so I check out the rest of the house, nothing. And I come back down the hallway, and I seen some movement at the back door. And you guys know what Gorton's Fisherman looks like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw this figure go by the sliding glass door that looked just like Gorton's Fisherman to me. The beard, the hat, the boots, the long coat.
Yeah.
So I call my friend up. I said, hey, dude, you're not going to believe what I just saw. And he's like, yeah, go ahead. And I told him that story. And he's like, wait, you got to tell my wife. So I told his wife. She's like, did it look like a conquistador? I was like, well, I guess so. They look kind of the same, with the coat and the boots and the hat and everything. She said, yep, I saw him. I've seen him before. He's been there a few times.
Wow.
I don't
All
know
right.
if that's my internet or what.
Sounds
We're
better.
back. Kinda.
All right.
It's probably my internet. Maybe Deb's hogging up all my bandwidth over. No. We've had some issue with our issues with our internet here where it just drops for a second or two and then comes back. So I apologize. Right whenever everything's going super good, then we have this. But Mike, you got most of the story in, I think, before we lost you. But I was saying, if I saw something like the Fisher's Gorton, I can't even pronounce it.
Gorton's Fisherman.
Yeah, Gorton's Fisherman. I'm saying that wrong. Then I'm totally in. All I got to do is see it once, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen it. Totally in.
Well, who's Gorton?
The Fisherman. It's a commercial.
Oh,
for
okay.
fish sticks.
Yeah, for fish. Way back.
Yeah.
Trust the Gorton's Fisherman. Remember?
Oh,
Is he
yeah.
the one that sits in the boat?
No, he's just standing there all proud in a raincoat.
Okay.
No, he was walking by the back sliding door, and then you go outside and he's gone. The
Yeah.
gate's got a padlock on it.
Yeah.
So there's
Wow.
where to go, or it had to have been a ghost or a spirit or whatever you want to call it.
Was there any fish sticks left out there?
No, but I did step in some tartar sauce.
Oh, oh, good Lord, that's funny.
Oh my goodness.
Now, that would have been really freaky
Could have been
if it would have turned
leftovers from
and
a
faced
bird.
you.
I don't know.
If he would have turned and faced
I had
you and then
another,
opened up his raincoat,
in my house here when I first moved in. It was it happened 3 nights in a row. It was about the first month I was in the house, and I was laying in bed and I rolled over, kind of woke up in the middle of the night, rolled over, and I looked, and I wear glasses and I didn't have my glasses on, so there wasn't a lot of detail that I could really pick out, but I knew that there was a figure there of either a small man or a boy. And then there was some sort of animal, like a dog or something, maybe a sheep, about that, right up to his mid-thigh. So it was a big dog or a sheep or something, I don't know. And I just rolled over and went back to sleep, not thinking anything of it. Well, the next night, the same thing. But then I was more aware of it. It's like I had seen this before. And it's like, whoa. Hey, you can't be here, talking to the guy. And he turned, and him and the animal turned and then walked down the hallway and were gone.
Wow.
The third night, same exact things, about the same time, middle of the night, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Rolled over, there he is again. I'm like, guy, just trying to think. It may sound stupid because it's stuff you hear on TV. I told the guy, you got to go into the light. And the guy and the animal turned and walked down the hallway again, and I never saw him since.
That's a good one there, man. You've had quite a couple experiences.
Yeah, there was no noise. It was just, like a ghost. But he wasn't floating. He was actually standing on the floor, and there was no footstep sounds or anything.
That's wow. I mean,